Hey everyone, this is Will Dorsey of Talk Music Podcast. My next guest is a friend of mine named Chris Dalley, drummer for Authority Zero and The Implant. Yeah, man. This show is a special one for me and him because we got to talk about one of our special heroes. And of course, I'm wearing the shirt already, man. So, Ace Frehley, this is what it started for me. And but yeah, we talk about him a lot in this episode. So thank you, Ace, for giving us the great music. May you rest in peace. But everybody, welcome Chris Dalley.
Welcome to Talk Music with Will Dorsey Jr.
Every month,
Our host Will is going to interview musicians from around the world and talk everything music. Our listeners range from professionals to recreational musicians who want to learn more about the industry, their instruments, and the community of top musicians. So join us, subscribe, and keep up with Talk Music.
visit us on www.talkmusicpodcast.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Download our podcast on Apple, Google, Amazon, and Spotify.
Today's episode is brought to you by our sponsor, E-Record Studio, the new way musicians rehearse, record, and share their E-Record sessions on social media. Visit ERS on erecordstudio.com. Download this amazing app on Google and Apple Apps stores.
Chris,
Will, how are you?
I'm doing great, Mr. Dally or Daly or
Dilly dally from the alley, whatever you want to call me.
Dilly Dally, you know.
Oh my
Man,
gosh, never, always difference.
can I ask this,
Yeah.
real quick, and this is not even one of my questions at all, but how many people mess up your name?
It used to be a lot more, and
Yeah,
I don't know why all of a sudden it started catching on. I'm like, oh yeah, he's not the Daily News. It's not Daily, it's
right,
Dalley.
right.
So it's got. I mean, it still happens,
Hmm.
but it's got. I mean, instead of like half the time, now it's about 10% of the time. So I'm actually, you know, in my peak years now, and here I am. People are finally getting my last name correctly.
Right. Man, can we talk about like how we both met? Like I'll let you talk about your side of it out of how we met a long
Well,
time ago.
I walked in to Guitar Center and saw you were messing around with on the kit, and I'm like going, I kind of want to leave because you were doing some crazy
Oh.
like weird like almost like who was that guy from Power Station? Tony Thompson?
Oh, Tony Thompson, yeah.
You were kind of
Yeah.
doing that kind of stuff,
Right.
and I was
Right.
going, whoa. And I just went, dude, that is, it's usually when you walk in, Guitar Center, I work there and you work there. I mean, there's,
Yep.
the people that winked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I remember like a guy coming in one time and just playing with his hands, and he goes, I'm like, hey, stop that. He's like, hey, John Bonham. I did that. I'm like, you're not John Bonham.
Mm,
Yeah, no.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I walked in, went, whoa. So to see
Oh,
that was like thing, and I think you and I just developed a rapport right there,
yeah.
and we just
Yeah.
started hanging, started talking. I mean, that's you. I mean, that was it. I always
Yeah.
asked for your advice on stuff, and it was awesome. I just knew right away. I'm like, oh, I found a kinship there.
Dude, that's sick, man. I mean, I didn't know you even worked at Guitar Center. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I stopped in 2003. I was the drum manager at Cavina for a while,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
then my favorite boss, do you remember a guy named Jason Vanderpool?
I don't. I don't. No, I
Killer
don't.
drummer.
Yeah.
He became the manager of Brea, so I went to Brea for a while, and then I just I started getting way too busy with at the time 10-foot pole, so
Okay.
I had to leave.
Uh, I I totally get that.
Yeah.
Man, I just remember you coming in, especially at Cavina store,
Yeah.
at Guitar Center, and just remember how cool you were, and that's I think that's the reason why we became friends instantly, um, from that. But I don't, I just remember you coming in and you just like it could be somebody wanking on drums or whatever, and you just kind of give me this look like. "Mm." You know?
If you're gonna be playing for an audience, at least do something that's not going to be
Right.
hokey, if I could use that word correctly.
Right. Oh man. Oh man. Man, let's get into your story, man.
Yeah.
So and I apologize that, it's been like a year for me to get you on my show, and apologize for all of that.
Well,
But
I know as well as you do. I mean, we have our careers, we have our families, and it's just life takes it up. Sometimes you can't do anything about it.
yeah. Let's talk about Authority Zero and the implants.
Yeah.
When did you start playing with them?
I started with implants from the ground up. We had started as a band. It was basically not even going to be a band. It was going to be a band idea of band for Rob from who's one of the guitar players and strung out, and also Jim, who used to be in our band. He's not in a band anymore.
Right.
He was in Pulley. They had songs that they had written for their bands that were not accepted or was not correct for that kind of style of music.
Hmm.
So they had these songs that they just wanted to record. And so it was just gonna be me, him, those two guys. This guy Chris Del Rio, who introduced them to as a bass player, and he was a really good songwriter as well. And we got this guy Ken, who was the singer from this band called Brown Lobster Tank back in the day. Really killer, just soprano voice. And we recorded 4 songs, and they came out really good.
Hmm.
So like, and Chris goes, "Well, I've written these other 4 songs," so it turned into 8 songs, and it turned into 12 songs, and we became a band.
Okay.
We went and recorded our first album over at this place. I don't even know if that's still there. It was Red Bull Studios. It was Red Bull. It was all Red Bull.
Right.
So we recorded there. We recorded the first record. And it just kind of took off. We had, our singer, he's a big honcho at Bank of America,
Hmm.
had accrued so much vacation time. So that first year we got to do stuff. We toured our asses off.
Right.
We did it with
Okay.
did a full tour with No Effects and across America. Did a full European tour. Did a Japanese tour, and then he ran out of time. So we really don't tour. And
Yeah.
also between my time at Authority Zero and especially Rob was strung out, it's few and far between. We try to do shows here and there. I mean, that's why it took 10 years to do a second record.
Gotcha.
Authority Zero, I've been friends with them for a long time. We had toured together when I was in Voodoo Glow Skulls. I had actually met Jason. They were playing at the Glass House with Pennywise, and
Oh, damn.
their merch guy at the time was a good friend of mine. He goes, "Hey, where are you at?" I said, "I'm at this bar over here playing beer pong."
Right.
And Jason came, and that's how Jason and I really met. And this is in 2008, and we bonded right there, just playing beer pong and just shooting the shit. Just like, that's what happens.
Yes.
You find that bond. And so they had called me, and I was just going to fill in for a tour.
Right.
The tour turned into a year, and then I'm like, why don't you just, I'm like, am I in the band? Kind of
Oh,
nice to put that title there.
right. Yeah. In the band,
Yeah.
so
And so that was in 2000, late 2014. So I've
damn.
been with the band ever since.
Okay. Damn. That's like aren't Authority Zero from Arizona?
Yes, but you couldn't pay me to live there.
Oh, right.
I don't like to walk outside and cry.
Yeah, because it's extremely
It's,
hot,
it's
like
people shouldn't live there.
I don't understand it. I don't know how people even get around there.
Nope.
And, like would you stay inside all day? And
That's what they do.
like that's crazy to me, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
I love everybody that's there. I mean, obviously a big solid home fan base there, but
mhm.
it's just very hard for me. I mean, if it's between the months of late April to October, it's not fun to be there.
Right. Oh man. Yeah, I totally agree with you on there, because Body Count was out there when we were, doing some songwriting out there, and our guitarist, has a house out there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's freaking hot, you know. So I just,
It's gross.
yeah, it is pretty nasty. It's almost just as nasty as Vegas, you know.
Or
So,
Florida.
oh, uh-uh. Ain't no damn way I could live
We
there
were
either.
just there in June, and
Right,
4 of the 6 shows were outdoors,
right,
and 2 of those 4 shows didn't even have like rooms. You're basically just letting the sun just drain you,
right.
because they were outdoor venues, and so they didn't have tents or anything like that. You just hung out in the sun, or you found a way to go back to your hotel room if you could.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just couldn't do it. Sorry.
It's gross.
Man, Authority Zero just put out a new single, right? From Fugazi, right? But
Yeah, we got approached by the guys in Pepper. They had their label Law Records. They wanted to do our take. They wanted to do bands takes on punk songs in the 80s and 90s.
right.
We've all been huge fans of Fugazi for a long time. I mean, I went to one of their last shows at the Palace where you paid $6 to go see them play. They didn't have merch.
Oh man. Wow.
That's very DIY. And so we had done a cover before of theirs, but then we decided to do waiting room for this one. And I actually got to sing the second part because I've been a long fan, so that's me singing the second vocal.
No, are you serious?
Man,
Oh man. Oh, I didn't know
oh, I had to
that.
get I had to get a little more rasp to my voice. I had to go back to when I used to smoke cigarettes and have that voice there again.
Oh right. Oh wow. Oh man. Man, I hate asking this question about genres and whatnot. What would you consider, the implants in Authority Zero? Uh, what would you consider them as in your mind?
I think Implants is a very good blend of skate punk and Maiden. If you hear a lot of our things, you hear like the dual lead guitar players of what Maiden did, our Thin Lizzy era and
Yeah,
that stuff too. And we're all huge Iron Maiden fans.
nice.
There's actually a video on YouTube of us playing. I was having a Labor Day party at my house, and we were gonna play it, and all of us were on a text message. We went, "Hey, let's do an Iron Maiden song." Like, okay, well, what do you want to do? I'm like, let's do Phantom of the Opera. I'm like, what? You want to do a 8 minute song? And because our plan was not to rehearse it. We're gonna play together, play it for the first time that day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we killed it. It was perfect.
And,
Like,
and
and
there's
it never sounded that way ever again. It's
re-
on it's on YouTube of us
okay.
playing
That's
Phantom.
what I was about to ask. Yeah, I was wondering. It's like, is it out there still or
Yeah, I mean, it's so raw because it's just a phone, but
right?
it sounds awesome. I mean, you could just tell like we knew our stuff. So we're all like, that's
Mm,
we're metalheads, but also we come from the land of bad religion and descendants and all that stuff. So
yeah,
Authority is just very, very unique in the fact that we have, there's a Spanish element to it, and also with punk rock and ska and reggae, and
yeah,
just blending them all together. I think that's what makes our band unique. The fact that we could actually go on tour with a band like Less Than Jake, and the next tour will be on with Pennywise in the Bronx.
right.
We could. I think that's one good thing about Authority is we can go on tour with pretty much everybody, and we'll somehow fit in.
I I got to listen to your 2021 the Ollie Ollie NX Free record, man. I love your playing.
Thank you.
I mean, like really love your playing. And there's a song called Nowhere's Land.
Yeah,
And the timing that you put on that song of it's not straight. It's like and I love this, and I love drummers that can like think outside of just playing it straight, and
yeah.
you kind of do it not backwards, but it's it's a cool way how you place that beat. And what made you think of it like that?
It had actually been a lot more basic when we were doing pre-production.
All right, okay,
Camera Webb, and I don't think he even knew this, but my what made me become, I mean, Kiss was the reason why I started playing drums.
all
The
right.
reason why I became a serious, I just knew I wanted to be a drummer was Keith Moon. Keith Moon is my hero.
Mm.
And I, the thing was that Cameron goes, I know I've seen you, what you do. Bring out your inner Keith Moon. And I'm like, oh, game on.
Oh man.
So, playing to vocals and instead of playing to the bass and guitar sometimes. And so, the thing about Nowhere's Land especially is that there's some good space parts that Jason has where I could actually kind of like just do stuff there and kind of add some elements to it. So
Hmm.
I just took that and then, my bass player Mike is a very, very frustrated drummer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's not a drummer, but he knows, oh, try this like kick pattern or try this beat here, try that there. So I have the benefit of having all that stuff right there that was around me. So I mean, I can't take full credit for it, but I, had that amazing ability around me to help me with that song, especially.
Oh man, I fell in love with it. I was like, I just had this big old grin. I was like, yes, Chris, yes.
Thank you. I mean,
Oh
like I said,
man,
I mean, it's like I have to give some of the credit to those two guys as well,
right,
because I got to, I never would have thought of that. Oh, Brigadier Keith Moon. Who says that?
right.
Nobody.
Oh man, I, man, there's a few songs that are on here that I love, but I mean the whole production of this record, such a good record,
I am that's that if I had to pick like a benchmark sound of a record that I got to be like truly me was that record.
right?
Um,
Okay,
the actual title track, Ollie Ollie, that song was named in a song when were doing pre-production. We have just finished doing pre-production, and I have had this beat where I've known for one of the things I'm kind of known for is my left hand. I got a
right.
strong left hand with like the ghost notes and all that stuff. And I had this beat, kind of a weird, almost like a soldier's type of like a Latin thing with the
Mm, yeah.
I had learned that I just was messing around with that. I was trying to do Full in the Rain by Led Zeppelin at Guitar Center one day.
Oh,
And I'm like, oh, whoa, this is cool. Dun, dun.
right.
I'm like, whoa. And I I tried to show that to other people in bands I've been a part of, and it just never happened. And so I said, Mike, I have this thing. Tell me what you think. And I played it for him. He goes, hold on. And he grabs his phone, and he records it on his phone.
Right.
And so that night, this is during COVID, so we're all like staying away from each other. I'm in a hotel room,
Yeah.
and he goes, "Hey, how much do you of that do you want in the song?" I said, "Well, make it special, not too much, but make it be known." And so he wrote the song that night, and it became "Ollie Ollie Oxen Free," and now that's a song we have to play every night.
Yeah.
It's like one of our signature songs, and it's like the fact that that almost didn't happen is
Oh,
amazing to me.
wow.
So I mean, it's like
Wow.
that album is so. If I had like say what does Chris Dalley sound like, I would put that record on because that's I think the quintessential like what I am as a drummer.
Damn. I, man, that's the whole thing. Me personally, the whole record it is straight up just good from top to bottom.
Thank you,
And I feel like that's one of the stronger, punk records I've heard in a long time, you
thank you,
know. And of course, I've been around with Offspring and Pennywise and like, but man, I really enjoyed this record.
thank you. I mean,
Yeah.
when we had Jen from Pennywise on one of the songs that
Yeah.
Hey Jen.
Yeah.
We wrote that song with Jim in mind. I mean, that's our tribute to Pennywise. That song right there. So I mean, it was only natural for him to come in and sing it.
Damn, man. Damn. What um going to with your drumming, man. When did you start playing drums?
I started when I got in a Kiss. Um,
Mm,
but when I started saying I want to do this I was with my mom and dad. My mom and dad were huge rock. My mom and dad were rock and rollers. This bless her, God rest her souls.
mm.
And we were watching the Monterey Pop Festival, and the Who comes on and Substitute plays, and next thing you know, you just see out of nowhere Keith Moon. The lights come on him. He's like just like doing this animal,
Oh
going
yeah.
crazy,
Yeah. Yeah.
snap, throwing the sticks on the snare and doing that stuff. Like that's me.
Oh man.
And I got called so many names because I wouldn't go out and play baseball. I was playing drums 8 hours a day, playing along to Kiss Alive 1 and Kiss Alive 2, learning how to play to, um, Number of the Beast and Killers, and um, eventually going into, graduating, trying to play La Vida Strangiato from Rush and all these stuff. And then eventually, it's just always been my first love. I mean, I knew at 5 when I met Kiss
Oh my God.
that I
Hold
was
on.
going to be,
Hold,
yeah,
hold, hold on. You bet Kiss?
I was 5 at Universal Amphitheater, March 27th, 1983. My mom and dad, my aunt and I went to go see them. It was our last tour in makeup, Creatures of the Night tour.
Oh.
Yeah. Motley Crue opened up. They were horrible. Um, but my mom and dad like tried to get me in the front, and
Right.
weirdly enough, and then people, I have the picture to prove it. To what happened, but we were, and the thing, I was getting smashed. I'm 5 years old,
Yeah.
and about eight Hell's Angels surround my family and I, and put me on their shoulder, and they're pushing everybody back and protecting me from these people. And put a backstage pass,
What?
and I walked back. At that time, nobody knew what Kiss looked like without makeup. They still had the hidden their identities. And I
Yeah.
knocked on the door, and I had Paul Stanley makeup on with my Kiss hat.
Right.
There's Paul unmasked. Paul was he looked almost exactly the same without the makeup, so I knew it was him.
Mm-hmm.
And so they let us in, and I go in there, and there's Vinnie Vincent and Gene Simmons, both with their full outfit on, but their boots are off.
Right. Oh, wow.
And Gene just comes up to me and takes my hat off, and he goes, "Nobody could do this." And he balanced the bill of the hat on his nose. I was like, "So you're magicians too." And then met Eric Carr. He gave me. I still have his signed drumsticks from
Oh, man.
1983. They signed an 8x10, and I met them again 5 years later. And Eric remembered me. He goes, "Yeah, you're the drummer that had Paul Stanley makeup on, Paul." Paul. I said, "My mom couldn't do your makeup." So
Wow.
they said never meet your heroes, but I did, and I wouldn't be here without that day.
Dude, we'll talk more about Kiss in a
Oh yeah.
second, but let me get through these other things. Like I know we could talk Kiss all freaking day.
Easily.
So easily. But anyway, um, like playing punk,
Mhm.
um, do you also play in any other styles or any other genres? I know you can, but but what is your main forte?
Main forte is, punk. But it's. I've had, I've filled in for other bands that go, "Oh my God, you kind of bring a metal edge to our sound," and I'm like, that's just natural because that's what I came from.
Hmm.
It's metal. I got into punk when I was 9, but it was my whole groundwork was in hard rock and heavy metal, and so. But also, like I said, I'm a student of the game. When I hear a song, when I hear a drum fill that sounds really cool, it's like I'll try to incorporate that in a punk song.
Mm,
But like I said, I play drums at a doing piano bar when I'm at home. Still to
mm.
for 15 years now, and if I could still do that, and I think that's what I'm pride myself on, is that I will play your songs as you heard them on the record, because I love watching air drumming. Because I air drum. My band will pay me $10 not to play drums on my steering wheel when I'm driving.
I still do that.
Yeah, yeah. And we were on our way to Houston one day, and they went, "Chris, we'll give you $10 if you don't drum." I said, "Okay," and I white knuckled it. Of course, the Who comes on. I'm like,
You're right, right. Like
so it's like but yeah, my main stuff that I play is the punk rock, but with
right.
metal edge to
I love
it.
that. I love it. I love it. Man, can you name off? And I know you already mentioned some of the bands. What bands were you listening to when you were growing up?
Yeah, it was Kiss. The first band, I guess, according to my mom and dad, that I fell in love with and played the record back in the day, because I'd listened to vinyl back in the day, was I guess Hot Blooded by Foreigner was the record for me when I was 2 years old.
Mm,
But eventually I got Kiss, Iron Maiden. Um, Eventually got into Led Zeppelin, got into Rush.
hmm.
Judas Priest was a huge thing for me. When I first heard not free will, yeah, free will burning is a good one though, but I also like just Exciter. When I heard Exciter, that tick, 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 I'm like, oh
Oh,
my God.
yeah.
And then a friend of mine turned me on to Motorhead. When I first heard Overkill, I'm like, whoa.
Mm,
So
yeah.
those were my first early influences when it came to that kind of style of music, was that with those bands.
Right. Oh man. Um, because and the reason why I kept on asking that because I want you to explain to our audience that about you play drums for dueling piano. Are you
Mhm.
you're still doing that, right?
Yeah, still do
Yeah.
it. Yeah. I
Um,
walked in. The place had been open. I was living in Claremont at the time, and it's in Claremont where I work at Piano. And I walked in, and they were doing open karaoke. And a friend of mine goes, "Hey, I'm going up there to sing. Can you go up there and do it?" I said, "Well, what song?" I'm going Heartbreaker by Pat Benatar. I said, "Yeah, I know it." So we'll make sure it's okay with them. I'm not gonna, I That's one thing I will never try to walk in, throw my weight around. If
yeah.
somebody asked me to come up there, I'll do it if I know it. So I went up there and they said, "Yeah, come on up." And so I went up there and I played it like the record because I've heard that song. My mom blasted that song, that album in her when she was cleaning the house every Saturday. So I knew
Hmm.
the song.
Yeah.
And so they're going, "Dude, just stay up here for a little bit." Next song was Rick Springfield, Jesse's Girl. I knew that song. And then
Yeah.
the outfield, Your Love, and all that stuff. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
this the stuff from my youth. I mean, I know this stuff, and so, and that's the cool thing. Even if like I'm not really up to date on today's like more pop stuff, but if they just give me a song and I just need to hear it a couple of times.
Yeah.
And that's the cool thing about what I do at the doing piano bars. Like I'm like, ooh, that's a cool fill in that Journey song. I wonder if I could put that in a punk rock song.
Mm.
There's a fill that
Okay.
has become like a signature fill of mine called "When We Rule the World," the part going into the last chorus, and I stole that because we were playing "Fox on the Run" by Sweet at the Doing Piano Bar, and there's a part where he goes "Digga-digga, digga-digga, digga-digga, digga-digga." I went, "Oh," and so I went "Digga-digga, digga-digga, 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 digga-digga," like going into the last fill. So I mean, I took stuff from working at that place still to this day,
Oh man.
and it's such a good. I mean, it's a place where I could actually work and take time off when I need to. We have great drummers there that are there as this guy Rick, who's the drummer for Berlin.
Okay.
So we have a good core of drummers there that are there, and I mean, I think the reason why that place is so successful is because we're one of the few doing piano bars that actually has drummers. Some of them just use key drums, and to me,
Yeah.
that's you can't dance your butt off when this is how we do it without drums.
Right.
So it's, I mean, I love it too because I mean it expands my horizons. I mean, I get to play, like
Right.
I think the Eminem Dr. Dre song "Forget About Dre." That is so much fun to play on drums. Dun,
Yeah.
get dun, all the choppiness, syncopation.
Yeah.
I love it so much. So it's still a learning experience. I'm still learning when it comes to like this kind of stuff. When I hear these things, stuff like the cool Bruno Mars songs and like all that stuff. It's fantastic just to keep up on
Mm.
what is hip and what is not.
Right. Man, that's sick, man.
It's
I
fun.
didn't. I'm sure that like I mean like how often during the week are you performing
Well,
there?
so I'm off for a month right now, a
Right.
whole month.
Right. Nice.
Um, and so in a month, basically, one week I'll do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then the following week, we have a core drummer that plays there every Friday and Saturday, but he needs a life too, so
Yeah.
I will do a weekend for him every other
Yeah.
week. So it's
Right.
basically I swap and basically like Saturday, I'm playing a show with Authority Zero during the day in Temecula, and I have to go right to piano and play that night.
Wow. You want to
Or
plug where you're playing at? Like
yes,
where is that?
it's in Winchester. It's called the Hippie Killer Hoedown. It's a car
Uh,
show.
all right.
Um, I'm excited to try it out. I mean, like I said, I've never been around this area. It's in Winchester, which is right, I guess, between Temecula and Hemet.
Okay.
So we're playing that. We're playing at 5 o'clock, and then I have to be ready to go on stage at 8:30 and play for 4 hours.
Jag.
At piano.
Jag. Right. Yeah, oh, man. Oh, 4 hours.
Yep.
So
It's not. It's. I mean, but I mean, to me, an hour punk show is the same as a 4 hour
yeah.
piano show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Man.
it equals out.
Uh, Man, that's awesome, man. I'm glad you're doing all of that. And especially playing pop music as well. And I don't know, you find some people that you know, I guess you could say they only stick with one genre. And this, I don't know. I don't like, for me, I don't like being pigeonholed, like,
Me too.
oh, you're only playing punk or you're just a metal guy or you're just, but man, that's great that you're doing that, man.
Well, let me ask you a question. Because I mean, you're a lover of all genres as well, and so I
Hmm.
mean, people have asked me like I've had fans of our band come to see Piano, and they went, "So what's so challenging about this place? I see what you do with Authority," and I said, "Well, I'll tell you something right now. I'll say what's the hardest song for my band to play for me to play is Ollie Ollie Oxen from that song from our last record.
Yeah.
I said the hardest song for me to play is not that song. Go up there and sit down and play Billie Jean and
Oh, yeah.
do that for 4.5 minutes. And the only fill you're gonna have is
Right.
that's your fill into the pre-chorus. That's
Yeah.
all. Do that for
Yeah.
4 minutes and see if you can just maintain. Because
Oh man.
you want to like I've
Yep.
I've seen drummers do that song and they're going, I'm like, oh, I didn't know there was a solo in the chorus, sir. It's a lot more it's a lot more challenging to a drummer to there's that little animal instinct in you that you like want to go a bit crazy, and I'm sure you understand that. It's like
Hmm.
the basis of pop music is not about what you can do to show off. It's about serving what is best for the song.
Song. Yeah. Totally agree with you.
Yeah,
Totally agree with you. Now, does that bother you to no end when you see other drummers do that?
I bite my tongue. Um, like I said, everybody. I mean, every drummer is different. It's like we're like drummers are like a set of fingerprints. Everybody has their own style, and I understand that.
Hmm.
When I do see things going on where I'm like, okay, well, what you're supposed to be doing here is not about you. It's about what's best for the thing, and what's going to serve the best for the song, and make everybody's, and that's the thing about the doing piano bar. It really humbles you because they're not following you. You're following the piano players because you have
Yeah.
stops and all that stuff, and they they go up, they go down in tempo just to get the crowd involved, and it's very 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 humbling to do that
Yeah.
and to know, hey, I'm not the star here. I'm here to make people shake their asses and have fun.
There you go. You heard it from him. You
Yeah.
heard it from Chris. Take it, and learn from it. All right. That's the way it is. And I totally agree
Yeah,
with you on that. Totally agree with you on that. I mean, there's some drummers just need to learn. That's
especially like the hip hop stuff. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
go listen to Straight Outta Compton and like
Mm,
when that movie came out, we knew that song was going to be requested it right away. When we foresaw it with the Queen movie. We foresaw it with all the stuff. So I mean, learning Straight Outta
yeah.
Compton. It's not about doing fills. It's about hear that song. There's nothing. It's the same with like Poison by Bebe DeVoe. It's the same kind of
Yep.
thing.
Yep. Yep.
Just serve the damn song.
So right. Yeah. Thank you for saying that. Now,
My
I'm not the only one that feels like that, so
Oh yeah.
it's yeah, so it just burns me to no end. So sorry.
Me
But
too.
thank you. Real talk here, you know what I mean? So
But I'm not gonna lie. I mean, there's times I've seen I'm at Piano Pound. There's a guy will pay to go up there and play a song. I'll be going, oh
mm.
no.
Nope, next.
I'm gonna go outside and get some air.
Right. Oh man. I want to get back into to this guy right here. Um
My first hero.
same here. Um I know you were a big fan as well, and oh man, it's been a rough week.
It has.
And I just want to me and the team want to wish Ace Frehley and his family our condolences at this time, and I just want to some like share with everybody, like, because I know I'm a huge Kiss fan, you're a huge Kiss fan,
Yeah.
and man, I saw that your Instagram post, and I didn't know that you were a Kiss fan, and saw you in the makeup. And what you're at that was that Ace's makeup that you had
Yeah.
on?
Yeah.
Damn. Um, I just it just took me back to my childhood, because that record right there, that I would have never started playing drums if it wasn't for that record right there.
Rip it
Uh
out.
yeah, rip it out. I mean, like, seriously, first song, man, like,
Tom Pig on drums.
yeah. And oh, I got a story to tell you.
Yes.
So Body Count plays at the Grammys. and we
Was
got
amazing. I remember texting you when you guys won that because
oh
I'm like I was so stoked for you
oh
because I'm
thank
like
you.
because I love what you guys have done. I love the resurgence of this band that I remember like watching I still on VHS I had the Winners Lose from Headbangers Ball.
Oh man,
I
yeah,
love that song to this
yeah,
day.
dude. Um, the house band was, of course, Paul Schaefer and,
Oh yeah.
and Anton Fig was playing on drums, and I knew that, he was there, and I knew he was watching us, and of course, we played Black Hoodie on there, and it was right before the Grammys even came on that year, and after we were done, I stopped over and I had to shake his hand. I'm like, dude. It's like from the bottom of my heart, like I want to thank you for making me play drums. And he just looked at me puzzled, like, What do you mean?" I was like, "Ace Frehley, the first solo album." He's like, "Huh?" You're like, I mean,
Yeah.
like seriously, like that started me playing drums. He's like, "Dude, you don't need any of my drum." And I'm like, "Dude, no, you're a big influence." And like, you know, your solo record, it was Kiss Dynasty, it was Kiss on Mask,
Yeah.
and he's like, "How you know all this?" I'm like, "Dude, I know you're drumming, man.
We're
Like
fans.
we're big fans of this, like." And I mean, he just looked. It was like he's like, "Oh man," it's like, "Dude, I just want to thank you, man. For, just even getting me to even play." I was like, all this time, I thought it was Peter Criss playing drums on those records, and then, not until I got into my 20s or my mid 20s, I learned that it wasn't him, it was you. And I was like, really, I'm more of a fan of Anton Fig, but still, Ace's, solo record was the biggest one. But um
Absolutely.
and then this one, you know.
I that's honestly the funny thing is, I only listened as a kid when I was growing up. The only side I listened to was the second side because I love Save Your Love and Magic Touch and Hard Times is one of my all-time favorite Ace songs
Oh,
too.
I was just listening to that this morning,
Yeah, and
you
Save
know.
Your Love. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got a groove to it,
It
and
does.
it's not. Like I said, Peter had a swing to his thing, and
Right.
I'm influenced by that too. You hear it in my stuff when we do our cover of Mexican radio. I'm doing Detroit Rock City. But
Mm,
that band was, Ace, even though I didn't play guitar,
yeah.
Ace was, I remember I had that one of my few memories I got Alive to when I was 3. Yes, you have it.
Hold on. Now, I have the German version of it because
Oh, no.
a good friend of mine gave it to me, and like this.
Tell me that is not the coolest picture of Ace.
That's an awesome picture of Ace.
He just,
Like
it's that silhouette
that
of him.
that
Yeah.
that that right there. Like,
Yes.
come on. Like, I remember when I was 5, being a little kid. Like, but I saw this.
That
I was like, oh my. I'm sorry. I know the light's like messing it up, but
that's the most beautiful picture you could ever hope to see of a band right there in all its glory. It's like, I remember hearing, "Do you got the best in my one?" I'm like, look at the one. Whoa. And they changed my life. And that, I'm not gonna lie, I cried when Ace passed.
Mm,
I was, and the funny thing is, you know him as well. I talked to my Yamaha guy, Greg Crane, who's been a long time
yes,
friend, and you know him as well.
yes,
He was telling me about what we were going back. We're both huge Kiss fans, and I was like, I'm like, this is Ace. He was the guy. He was the guy.
yeah, he was.
he was. If you want to look at anybody in that band, he embodied rock and roll,
Yeah,
and his solos were songs within a song. I was doing an all thing Ace thing this whole week, and there were just certain guitar solos like during the Escape from the Island from the Elder or Strange Ways or just all that stuff. There you go. And I just was hearing that. I'm going, I think Escape from the Island might be one of my favorite songs on that record because it's just Ace, Eric, and Bob Ezrin on bass. I
I
mean,
didn't know Baba Ezra was playing bass on that.
yeah, Gene and Paul had nothing to do with that song.
Oh wow.
I found that out later on, but it's like that's just those three guys, Eric Ace, and Bob Ezrin on bass.
I did
And
not know that.
yeah, and so I love that. I mean, it's just them three, and I think that's what made me love that song. And that Ace, the the arpeggio and everything that he's doing on that song, it's like, oh my God, just fantastic.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, like I said, I've been nonstop. I mean, I've taken this of all people. I mean, I was bummed when Ozzy passed. I was bummed when a lot of people have passed. I mean, a lot of
Yeah.
people that were, Joe Strummer was the first one that hit me hard back in 2001 or two, I think it was. And
Yeah.
I just saw them with Mescaleros, and so I was bummed. And they just got inducted to the Hall of Fame, and but Ace was like the one where it still hurts. It
Yeah.
still hurts. I mean, I'm still seeing these people that are coming from his funeral, you know, and I'm like, once I think I'm getting better, I'm like, nope, there it is. It's
Yeah.
it still hurts. So my condolences to because they were not together, but they were still married, Jeanette, and then his wife Monique, his daughter Monique, who looks exactly like her dad.
Really?
Oh my gosh, they just somebody I'm in an Ace Frehley group on Facebook, and they sort of like post her and her friend Monique, and I'm like, oh my God, that's Ace.
Oh
So
man.
it's my heart breaks because it's like you know I Peter's like I said, he was an important part of the original band, but Ace will always be my Kiss guy, always to this day.
Same
The guy
here. Same here. Because man, I'm telling you one thing. Like
that
off of this record, right?
oh dude.
Until, I love all the solos on there, but you can tell like whose song is whose. And Parasite, like, come on, man. Like to me, that just rocked that album.
That one
It,
too. I mean, I think that part where they do the extended like thing before they go on the solo. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it's yeah, chills.
Oh, it's
That
no
whole
question about it.
still to this day. I mean, that version of Black Diamond, that version of She with Ace at the
Oh,
end. It's, I mean, I think that's one of the best versions of Let Me Go Rock and Roll, and I love,
yeah.
100,000 years.
Yes.
I that's when
Oh,
that's when I told my mom and dad, I said, I need a cowbell.
right.
I can't do the solo without a cowbell, and the rim doesn't work.
Right, right. Man, me personally on this, like getting introduced to Kiss, like I had to been like 5 or something
Mhm.
like that. And I think it was watching you, and like listen how evil that riff is. And
Yeah.
I still love it to this day because I just like I I love that song. That's one of the other songs I love on Kiss Alive.
If I could
Um,
recommend you, I think to the quintessential version of that song is on YouTube. It's a Kiss at Wonderland, 1975. It's black and white, and that version of Watching You is just it's just powerful, and especially the way Gene sings that version, just like you have to Kiss at Wonderland 1975, San Francisco. It's amazing.
okay, I'm gonna look that up.
Please do.
I'm gonna look that up. Um, but there was another album going years later when Peter exited Kiss on Mass. Did you notice in Torpedo Girl that Anton Fig was playing double bass at the end?
Yeah, I didn't know, not initially.
Yeah,
I did not. Well, until I think I first noticed it when I got the CD. On vinyl, I couldn't understand it. I didn't hear
right.
it.
Yeah,
I'm like, all of a sudden, I'm like, that's not Peter.
right.
Eric Carr wasn't in the band yet. So yeah, I'm like, oh, nice,
Oh,
nice little slip in there. Hi, I'm Anton Fig.
right. Yeah. You know, come on,
Torpedo
Shaggy.
Girl. I'll never forget this thing. Eddie Trunk had this radio show that I mean, I've been listening to Eddie Trunk for years, and Ace had just gotten sober, and he was on Eddie Trunk's show for the Kissmas special.
Right.
And they're listening to the real man battle station, and you
Yeah.
hear them both like crying, laughing. Like it's like, what the hell was I thinking? But Funk Kiss. If you ever want to hear a funky Kiss song, Torpedo
Right.
Girl.
But on that song still, it had everything. You had ghost notes on there.
Yep.
Peter Chris doesn't play any ghost notes. Not
Nope.
not like that.
No, not like
Not
that.
like that.
Nope.
And the double bass at the end. And I just started listening. I've been trying to just find Ace's songs.
Mhm.
And I was just listening to that one especially. I was like, holy shit. There's ghost notes on this song. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I didn't know.
It's it's amazing. I still like hear nuances I never heard before when I was younger. I'm like, oh, why have I been playing that so hard? Like, why have I been playing this different kick pattern when I thought I heard it, and all of a sudden I hear a different kind of version? I'm like, I've been breaking my back playing the song the wrong way, and I thought it was this way, and it's
Right.
way more simple. Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I had to show that stuff off. And
I have all
um,
those too.
yeah, I'm sure you do.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure I know you have this,
I
right?
do.
Yeah.
It's
Um,
interesting.
to say the least.
I do like the ballads on there. I Can't Stop the Rain is a great song.
Yes. Yeah.
But I mean, I remember that You Matter to Me song. Like,
Oh.
no, no.
Okay. How you feel about this one?
When you were surprised. I think Gene was just basically trying to he was trying to make a tribute to all of his things. I think Paul's is a
Oh,
Kiss record. It's a Kiss record.
it definitely is. It's a
Take
Kiss
out that
record,
"Hold Me, Touch Me" song, and then it's a perfect record along with Aces. But Aces will never be matched. I mean, that is, yeah. I'm in Need of Love. I think "What's on Your Mind" is an amazing song.
Oh man.
"Speeding Back to My Baby" is the one. I mean, Jeanette, his wife, co-wrote that with him.
Dude. Yeah, I remember.
Snowblind,
Oh, Snowblind. Come
Fractured Mirror.
Mirror. He did. Oh. Mm.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say on there, man, I thought Ozone was an awesome song.
Oh yeah.
Um, but I did not know on Fractured Mirror that Anton Fig didn't play drums on that song.
No, and you actually, I going back and I was hearing that it makes sense. I mean, it's basically they just needed somebody to be a timekeeper,
Right. Yeah.
just rim quick.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. And the fact that it's basically it's those two guys and Eddie Kramer on that record. I mean, Gene had Who's Who.
Right.
Paul had a band. Peter had a band. Ace just had Eddie Kramer and Anton Fig. And I think Will Lee from
Yep.
Paul Schulter's band did a couple songs.
Yep. Yep.
But
You did.
that record still to this day is embodied. I mean, if you want to know why Ace was the true rock and roll of that band, listen to that record and you'll hear it.
Oh my gosh. I think I don't know. I could be wrong about this. I think I heard that they were hoping that Ace's record wouldn't do as well as it did.
I
Talking about the
think
other members.
I think Paul and Gene were scared.
This should have been.
What I think they were scared because they were not sure if he was. I mean, they've always said he's always been this lazy guy, and it's like, well, maybe if you're not handcuffing him, he can do whatever he wants. And proof is
Mm.
in the pudding right there. And I mean, if I were Gene or Paul in that situation, and I heard this record, I'm like, oh, we've been letting this thing slide. Because it's funny. Like people, I'm on several Kiss groups on social media, and
Right.
I remember like when everybody's talking about, okay, if you could make a perfect Kiss record based on the four solo records, and majority of it would be Ace and Paul.
Yeah.
It's funny, like Dynasty is Ace and Paul minus Gene does two songs and Peter does one song, so 9 songs. Over half that record is Ace and Paul.
Dude.
That's fact. I mean, it's like they finally saw what was right. And I mean, Ace. I mean, I think Ace is the reason why that album is not I don't consider that a disco record at all, except for I Was Made for Loving You or Dirty Living.
And that's what I was just about to say. Like it's like why did so many people say that Kiss Dynasty was a disco record?
It let
And
off
I'm
the
like,
record. It let off the record. That's why I think when it leads off, you kind of that sets a precedent, and I think that's why people think that. But 2000 Man, sure enough, something that's just a pop song, which is
right,
it's a great pop song.
right.
Charisma is a good, just
I
power
was
pop.
I was just about to say that Charisma is definitely not a disco song.
And I think Magic Touch is one of Paul's best. X-Ray Eyes is a good song,
Mm,
but Hard Times and Save Your Love.
love,
Oh my,
right.
yeah, that's so
Yeah.
disco.
Okay. That's disco. Okay.
No, that's not.
Yeah. Come on, man. That ain't disco.
Oh,
Get out of here with that shit, man.
the experts are not experts.
Yeah.
It's the love of music that are the experts like us.
Yeah. Oh man. Um and I really think especially like on this record,
Mhm.
Dark Light, um
Dun, 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 dun.
yeah, the beginning of that. I mean Eric Carr's is, his intro into the band and um I really think that was a great record,
I,
honestly.
yeah, I mean, dude, The Oath is amazing.
Oh man.
Um, well, funny enough, and my dad before he passed away had transferred it to DVD. There was a talent show called The Gong Show at Covina Park, and Justin Paul, and I pretend to play guitar, but you knew I was strumming it right at
Right.
5 years old, but it's me doing both Paul and Gene and I Believe in Me.
Oh man.
It's on. I have it. I have the DVD now.
Do you really?
Yep.
Dude, I want to see that.
I'll send it to you.
Okay, please. I really want to see that. You know what I mean?
I mean, I mean, you can tell I don't know some of the words. I'm 5,
Right. Hey,
you
you
know,
know?
but I'm there, and
Right.
I won second place.
Dude, really?
Yeah,
That's sick.
to
That's sick.
I got second place. The first place is a mother-daughter dance group, which I understand, but I think the Chuck E. Cheese was one of the judges. He liked mine better.
Right. Oh man. That's awesome, man.
But yeah, Kiss will be my
Oh,
first love always.
dude, that's awesome, man. And I'm always happy that, I'm happy to meet a fellow Kiss fan because, I mean, I'm gonna keep it real, man. Yeah, I'm a true Kiss fan.
Me too.
And I'm not afraid to say it. And people, man,
I can't help my band. My band, I'll put on like a Kiss song going, what the hell is this? Like I I had a shuffle and Just a Boy came on going, what the fuck is this? I'm
oh,
like, Kiss was Kiss was trying to please the critics at this time.
yeah, yeah.
I said, you guys want to hear a weird song? Want to hear a weird song? Here's Odyssey.
What about Mr. Blackwell?
I love that song.
That song's sick too.
Ooh,
Right,
that's evil.
right, yeah.
Oh, I love that song. Oh man.
Oh, um, I remember I was wearing one of these Kiss shirts or whatever. I was out with Offspring or whatever, and Josh Freese was playing, and he just kind of looked at me, go like, it's like, it's like, dude. I'm like, what? He's like, do you really like them? I'm like, yeah, I do. He's like, that band scares me. Like, like it used to scare me when he was a kid, I guess.
Okay.
But I think he's cool with it now. But yeah, I always, I don't care where I'm at. I'll sport on a Kiss shirt. You know what I mean?
I
So,
got I got called out because I have a Creatures of the Night shirt. I was at the
hmm
flea market and it goes, do you really know that record? I said, do you want me to give you the track listing in order? He said, you know it? I said, yeah. What is it? Creatures of the Night, Saint and Sinner, Keep Me Coming, Rock and Roll Hell, Danger, I Love It Loud, I Still Love You, Killer War Machine. He was like, I said, yeah, don't do that.
oh yeah, people that fake the funk.
Yeah.
Um, like I mean, even I can't say that. Can I say that? Okay. My kids, like
Yes.
they're starting to wear, like these t-shirts and you start to see other people like in these t-shirts, like it's, like, okay, do you really know Nirvana? Do
Yeah.
you really? Do you know what they're about? Do you know what's on that record on Nevermind? Do you know what that is? Now I want to go up to him and say that, but of course I don't. I'm just like, mm. Guns N' Roses, same thing. Metallica, same thing. But
My son
still,
has a Nevermind shirt. He's 7 years old, and the best, what the best thing was? He goes, and this guy goes, "What's your favorite song?" And I think he was taken aback when he said "On a Plane."
oh,
He's like, "Oh, you
oh,
know
oh,
that?
oh,
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 yeah."
okay,
Don't
all
question
right,
my son.
right.
My son's my mini me for a reason.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Um, I'm sorry I went on a tangent about
Oh, it's all
with
good.
Kiss,
It's
man.
love. It's love. You can't help
Yeah,
it.
that's my band. That's
Yeah.
that's my band. But how you feel about the whole Rush thing, man? With Anika playing drums for them now.
She's incredible.
Oh my gosh, yes, she is.
Um, I mean, I actually, the funny thing is, I first discovered her about a month or so before.
Mm.
I just found her by accident. I was looking at stuff of that guy Grayson from Sepultura, who,
Oh yeah,
ugh.
Grayson, come on, man. His Buddy
Dude.
Rich chops and whatnot. Come on,
I know
man.
the one that got me was his version. I forgot what song, but it was Frank Zappa song that he does, and I was like going, I quit. Um, but somehow it got recommended to her, and so when I heard Rush was, and here's the thing, I know for a fact that Getty and Alex never wanted to stop. It was Neil wanted to stop, and
Yeah.
I totally get why they're doing it. I totally, and obviously, if you see what the how the um tickets are selling, proof in the pudding.
Oh yeah.
Um, I would go, but I'm not going to be home.
Oh man. Yeah.
We are there when they start the tour is our last week in Europe.
Oh, do
And
they?
yes, so their first four shows are at the Forum, and I'm in Europe.
Oh man.
So I want to go because I mean, and I was at the Forum for R40. I was at that show. I mean, I cried. It was, I
Mhm.
saw an amazing show, and I mean, you could tell that, Getty and Allison, I mean, they've been tormented with this for 10 years. They didn't want to stop. And I totally
Yeah.
understand that. It's like, but they did it out of respect. And the thing was, and the thing is, I mean, they made it very, very clear that they are doing this out of respect to Neil. They got the support of his widow and his daughter.
Yeah.
That's totally admirable. And I honestly support them in what they do. They're doing it the right way. They never actually said farewell. People just assumed.
Hmm.
So I support it. And I think that it's gonna be a great spotlight for her to become even more well known
Yeah.
because she's been kind of like known, but in a quiet way, where like say like Grayson is like everywhere. He's playing with Trivium now.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Um,
Like, oh, geez. All right.
so I'm glad that she's gonna get the exposure that she deserves. And
Yeah.
it's like, I mean, they just added 17 more dates. It's like they keep on adding more stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's like they're doing 4 nights at the Forum. What does that tell you? You know,
Right.
they're
Yeah.
doing something right. And here's the thing. So I mean, my love affair with Rush goes back a ways. I mean, I have a picture of me in front of the Presto kit. So my dad. I got thanks to my dad. My dad's good friend for a long time was Getty's keyboard tech. His name is Tony Geranios.
Oh,
So I got to go see. I saw the Show of Hands tour. I saw the Presto tour. I saw the Roll the Bones tour. I saw the Counterparts tour, and then I didn't go for a while after because that's when Neil lost his wife and daughter.
yeah. Oh,
Um,
man.
but I mean, I got to stand in front of Neil's kid. I mean, I never got to meet the man, but there's a picture of me, 11 years old.
Right in front of his kid.
Yep, in front of the
Dude,
kid. Mr.
that's,
Big and Mr. Big opened up. They were amazing too.
I'm sure, with
Yeah,
what, Paul Gilbert playing guitar and
yeah. And Pat Torpey, underrated
Pat.
drummer.
Yes, he is. That such a nice guy.
I
That
met him once, and he did a drum clinic at a Guitar Center, and he was just beautiful person. Him and Billy Sheehan were that's that. You want to talk about rhythm section? Boom.
No, they were. They
Yeah.
were. But Pat. was used to be one of my customers over at Guitar Center in Sherman Oaks,
Okay.
and very very nice guy. And I was just wondering, I was like, so when's Mr. Big coming back out? He's like, huh? He's like, you know about Mr. Big? I'm like, yeah, I know who you are, man. Like it's like, yeah, I've just been doing real estate, like, but dude, I know
Wow.
who you are. And he's like, and I just told him, and he's like, you know about Mr. Big? I'm like, yes, I do. I know about you, dude. So he was
I
surprised.
was shocked by I've I've seen people like Glenn Tipton has Parkinson's and all these guys have Parkinson's. That
Mm,
thing took him down quick. I was shocked
yeah.
um, from the announcement to the day he passed. I'm like, wow, that wasn't long at all.
Mm,
And it just I mean it's like I said, that saying is so true. Only the good die young, and it's like I think he was very vastly underrated as a drummer.
yeah.
But as far
Very,
as
very.
like I said, Rush is a huge influence to me. I
Mm,
still love you know playing a Rush song is not it's not easy, and it's fun.
dude. I I was gonna ask, like how okay, so you like these different type of bands and whatnot. And to me, that what makes your style.
I think so
And
too. Yeah.
like having all these influences, especially like how's a prog, rock band, get into like your punk drumming. I mean, like how's that work for you?
Well, I didn't know you could do that until Lagwagon came along. The first drummer, Derek Lord. If you hear him, he's Neil Peart of punk. You
Mm,
hear those first three Lagwagon records. I'm like, that's you hear like he does on the Shame he does this thing where he's doing the Spirit Radio dun 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 like that's Spirit Radio right. That's the Via Scrangiato and punk rock. And so I mean that's like I that Lagwagon and RKL were the bands where I figured, okay, nothing's off limits. I mean, oh my God, you can mesh metal and punk and make it work.
mm-hmm,
And so that's where
mm-hmm.
I fell in love with punk earlier, but the fact that you could do that in punk, okay, the gates have opened.
Right. Oh man. Dude, that's why I love your style, man. Like you have your own style, and that's what I love about it. You know what I mean? So,
I think like I said, it's weird because that festival where we played together, I was watching you play, and I watched Jamie play,
yep.
and I think Jamie's such a perfect addition to Bad Religion, and
Oh,
he comes from he comes from that stuff, but I mean he comes from like Susie and the Banshees and all that stuff. He loves that, that's what another thing of his. I mean, it's like you add what you're influenced by to your. I mean, I remember like watching the Gene Simmons interview talking about the tribute album. He goes,
yeah.
Garth Brooks, does he sound like Kiss? No, but go to watch the stage show and it's Kiss.
Yeah.
He goes, you were influenced by this? He goes, I was a Beatle fan. I became this. And I mean,
Mm,
I'm a Kiss Maiden Rush fan, and somehow became here. And it's like, you never stop being influenced. And I just
right.
love the fact that, I mean, drummers, like I said, were like I said, up fingerprints. I mean, I watched that festival. I just saw, I think, I can't remember all the other bands that played, but I watched like five or six drummers. Like, you know what? All these drummers are amazing, and none of them sound like each other.
Yeah,
And it's a beautiful thing.
it
And I think
is.
that's why the drum community especially there's no egos. We know that has their unique way of showing what their strengths are. I mean, it's like
Hmm.
I was watching you guys, and I was first off, I was just smiling ear to ear because like there's my friend playing with fucking Ice T, and I'm just sitting there going, just like, and I was watching the crowd as a fan because
Oh man.
most of the time at most of these festivals, I mean, it's hard to get on stage one, but also you're
Yeah.
not gonna, you don't get to share the real experience. And that was the first time I'd seen Body Count in a long time, so I
Yeah.
wanted to be out there, and we were about to go on like right after you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I had had a window to run here and run back.
Right.
So, and that's why I think it's like all this, it's why I think drummers have so much respect for each other is because we're not, we're like I said, set our fingerprints and we're very unique.
Yeah. Yeah. Most definitely, man. You want to show off your tattoo?
Oh,
You
Iron Maiden,
please? Yes. Dude, that's so
my
sick.
favorite band of all time.
Oh my gosh, man. Yeah.
I
Man,
love
who did that tattoo for you, man?
that. Actually, it was done by a number of different people. my buddy Tom Borbora, who I've known for a long time, he actually did like this tattoo as well. He's based in Pasadena,
Right.
and he did the final touches of it. But I mean, I just basically wanted to just give tribute to a band. If I said if I was ever gonna have a band that's never let me down, is Iron Maiden. Because
Mm,
there's Kiss period time and praise where I'm like,
yeah.
um,
I get it.
well, just like I said, farewell in 2000, not 2023.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, there's times of rush. You know the Hold Your Fire record or Test for Echo. I'm like,
Yeah.
Maiden has never let me down. Even if
Right.
there's like even a clunker of a record still has a few gems in there.
Yeah.
And so that's just been my band. And I mean, I got to tour. I didn't get to tour with them. I was in the roadie bus because my dad did the lights for their Seven Son of a Seven Son tour with our buddy Ace Frehley opening up. Actually, Ace Frehley, the 10 days I was on that tour, I think day four he left. He went bankrupt, Ace,
Oh,
and
he
they
did?
had to drop off. So I got to
Oh,
see him three times. And then a band that's, I mean, they're kind of known, but they're not really known. A band called Killer Dwarves ended up taking over for the rest
ah,
of the tour. But
right.
that was my first. I had first seen Maiden in 1987 on the Somewhere in Time tour with Vinnie Vincent Invasion, another Kiss guy. Weird.
Right. Yep.
Um, and that was my first time. So I saw nine shows on the Seventh Son tour. I saw that one. I went to two on the No Prayer for the Dying. I've seen them now 40 times.
Hold on.
And
You said 40?
4-0. Yep. Now that may seem a lot, but my best friend, who's my best man at my wedding, and my best friend to this day, George,
Right.
just saw him for the 111th time. When you make really good money and you don't have a wife or family, and you can
Mm,
go off to fly to Europe for 10 days and go see and follow them for 10 days, and but yeah, so
wow.
they just made literally the announcement was made today. And the first person we texted each other at exactly the same time. Megadeth and Anthrax opening up. We're going. He goes, well, I'm gonna go to like five. I said, good for you. I can't.
Right. Oh man. Dude, I thought
So,
40 was bad.
yeah,
But
100.
it's
Yeah, he's
wow.
insane. Yeah, I've been campaigning for him to at least go on Fight 66 one time, just for how much money he spent on them.
Right. Wow, dude. Wow. Man. Okay. Dude.
So
Wow. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Damn. I know I'm gonna change topics
yeah.
from music for a bit and talk about how much you are a big fan of the LA Dodgers.
Oh, you mean I was at game four where Shohei did the record?
Oh man.
Dude, yeah, I've been. Do you want to know? So you thought 40 Iron Maiden concerts is something. I've been to 76 Dodger games, and there's 75 and one when I go.
Wow.
They've lost one game, and that was early this year. And I thought it's like, is it because I changed jerseys? Because I just bought a new Teoscar jersey because I love the guy.
Right.
He's such a cheerleader for the team. And I mean, and he just signed a new deal. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get a jersey of his. And they lost that game. I'm like,
Oh.
oh.
Oh. Right.
Um, but I mean, my love for the Dodgers goes back to being 6 years old. I mean, I went to my first game with my mom, and I remember everything about it. It was against the Houston Astros. Nolan Ryan was pitching for the Astros,
Okay.
and Jerry Royce threw a one-hit shutout, and Pedro Guerrero hit this amazing home run.
Right. Oh
Uh,
wow.
I was at
Okay.
Game 2 of the '88 World Series when Hershiser shut out the A's with my mom. We were four
Yeah.
rows above Marshall's home run. Um, I love my Dodgers. I will bleed blue. And I'll tell you something right now. I have a lot of Canadian friends,
Yeah.
and when the Blue Jays won, I have gotten not death threats, but
Oh my God.
I've gotten messages upon messages from Blue Jay my friends in Canada, and I
Right.
love them. And I said, you guys know who you're facing, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Come on.
You're facing Blake Snell tomorrow.
You're right.
You're facing
Wow.
Yamamoto, and then you're coming back to Dodger Stadium facing Glass now and Shohei again.
Sh- His name is Shohei.
Shohei Ohtani, yeah.
Shohei. Okay. Uh, were you at that game when he did
I
that?
was there.
You were.
I was in Loge, row Q, right behind home plate. And I'll
He,
tell you the craziest thing that happened was watching him strike out the first three batters, and he walked, didn't even go in the dugout. They had his pads waiting for him. He walked right there, got his pads, his gloves on, walked to the plate, no practice swing,
oh.
went to 3-2 and blasted one out. And he won that. I mean, that was the first time I've ever seen a guy win a game by himself. 10 strikeouts, 3 home runs.
Oh my God. You were there,
I was there.
dude.
The
That's
most
that's that's sick.
It was the most beautiful day. And my a friend of mine who I was in drumline with in high school
Right.
is a huge Dodger fan too, and he's got season tickets. He goes, "Do you want to come?" And I went, and I had him to thank forever.
Oh wow, man.
So
Oh wow. That's
it's
that's amazing.
yeah, it's like people hate on I get hated on all the time. By our fans. I have fans of ours that are like, oh, the Dodgers, like yeah,
Of
no,
Authority Zero or
yeah. There's
that
fans
hate.
they're not. I mean, they're not from California. They are Milwaukee fans or whatever like that, and
Right.
there was like me and Darren. You know Darren from Goldfinger, Darren Pfeiffer.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
Dodger fan too.
Yeah.
And Russ from the singer from Good Riddance goes, "Move over, Blue Jay fans. You got a fan over here." And I went, "Bleep blue, let's go Dodgers." And Darren commented too, "Here, here, Dally." We will support our team till we die. I mean, I bleed blue.
Dude, that's awesome, man. Oh man, dude. Um, I I'm gonna go back to music, but
Yeah.
man, I'm glad that you got to experience. You said what, 76? You said?
Yeah, 76 games and there's 75 and 1 now. The 75th game, 75th win was that game. And the coolest thing I'll tell you right now is that the second and third home runs, it was like echoes across everybody, like, again? 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 No way. Holy shit. No way. No way. Because he's been kind of asleep for this whole postseason. I'm like, oh, there you are.
Right. Oh wow. Wow.
So it was mad. Like, and the best part was we stayed and watched the whole coronation where him getting the MVP, and it
Right.
was wonderful. It was a wonderful time.
Dang. Oh man. Oh man. Um, you think you feel that they're gonna win the World Series, don't you?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I if and I've been wrong before. Um,
Right.
I mean, the one time I was really wrong was because the Houston Astros cheated. Um, um,
Oh.
sorry, Houston. Sorry, not
Oh.
sorry.
Right.
And the funny thing was, the Blue Jays have George Springer now, and he was an Astro in that World Series, and he was one of those guys that everybody said, "Oh, you." And so I can't wait to hear the boos at Dodger Stadium for that one.
Yeah. Wow. Are you going to any of the games or?
Not right now, but I here's the deal: is that I have a 7-year-old son, and Christmas is coming up, and I don't want to spend $897 for the cheapest seat, the nosebleeds.
Yeah.
Um, and I would much rather watch it with my kid
Yeah.
because if I go to the Dodger game, I'm only going to buy a ticket for myself because
Right.
I'm I'm an authority zero, not AFI.
Right.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a working drummer. So
Right. Yeah. You're a working drummer, man. I get it, man. Um, I just wanted to tell you that to get away from the baseball the stuff. We're going to go back to music, and wanted to see, like this is how I, you know, got into, like sign bands or whatever. But um, originally came from Maryland, came to LA, but and got with some people out here, and eventually got into Body Count, right?
Mhm.
And I mean, do you think? In your mind, are you originally from LA?
Born and raised.
Born and
I,
raised.
I
Okay.
was born and raised in Covina, California.
Okay. Um, do you feel it's easier to make it in LA or New York or Nashville? I mean, how you feel about like pursuing, like a working another working drummer,
I
pursuing
think
their career?
I think pre-2000 New York was okay, but I think now it's probably not.
Right.
I haven't heard of anything. I haven't heard of a lot of people going out there to pursue music unless you're
Yeah.
going to Berkeley or something like that.
Hmm.
Nashville is session, the session work out there, from what I understand. I mean, I know a lot of people have actually moved out there and that were in the punk scene and have gone out there and Dave Nasty, who is a Noise for a Name,
Oh, yeah.
is living out there. A lot of people I know have actually moved out there to, you know, to do session work, and that's what they do. I mean that, and also just think, I mean, the fact that I'm not sure now, but I mean, when everything was happening 6, 7 years ago, pre-COVID, I mean, land was pretty cheap up there too, compared to
Mm,
here
mm.
in California.
Yeah. Yeah.
California still is the thing, but it's like I think it's it's about being at the right place at the right time. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't walk. Okay, we're playing the whiskey night. Oh gosh, no,
Yeah.
it's luck of the draw. I mean, I had the weirdest thing happen to us like a few years ago. We were playing the Troubadour, and as my bass player is loading out his bass cab, this guy goes in British, "Hey, very good set. You guys were really, really awesome." And Mike's going, "Oh, thank you." And Security goes, "Do you know who that is?" He goes, "No." He goes, "That's Morrissey." Morrissey was
Mm,
watching us at the top of the Troubadour, and he's a fan of our band.
dude.
And we found out, he goes, "Yeah, he'll probably go to see you guys secretly." And so every show that we don't have a full guest list, we put him on the guest list just in case.
Right. Hey,
But
that's
you
awesome,
just
man.
I mean, I got lucky too. I mean, I was playing a show at Chain Reaction, and I met Jim Cherry from who started Strung Out, and he saw me play, and because of him I got to meet these amazing people, and I that's why I think I got my in the scene. You know,
Mm,
it's I think it's you know, if I can't imagine what it's like right now.
yeah.
It's you know, you better have a passion for this because I mean, you're not. I mean, unless I mean, it's very hard to make a living on this now.
Yeah.
Um, it wasn't. I mean, I caught it at the tail end of like stuff like 2002.
Right.
Now it's just it's very hard. I mean, luckily my band is got a fan base worldwide, and we could support ourselves, and but we still are very DIY. You know, we have a merch guy, and that's it. We pretty much TM ourselves. We do everything ourselves.
All right.
Um, so unless you've gotten to that next bracket, I mean, it's very, very hard to sustain. There's bands that are doing it,
Yeah.
um, but like I said, it's really the luck of the draw, I think, nowadays.
Hmm.
Today's episode is brought to you by our sponsor, E-Record Studio, the new way musicians rehearse, record, and share their e-record sessions on social media. Visit ERS on erecordstudio.com. Download this amazing app on Google and Apple Apps stores.
Going back to the beginning of your career,
Yeah.
have you always wanted to be a drummer?
That's the only thing I knew how to do. I mean, like I said, I practiced hours on end. I would play along to records. I mean, that was the thing I still do to this day is like if I'll put on a record that I love, and I'm like, I will not stop until I learn every last cymbal hit.
Yeah.
Bill, I just love playing it. I mean, and there's a thing, and you know this as well. Being a drummer, you'll never know what it feels like until you do it.
Yeah.
We have the best seat in the house. We get to see our band, we get to see
Yep.
the crowd, you get to see the
Yep.
people inside. And I
Hmm.
always tell, I mean, and I say like that hour on stage is like an hour long orgasm. I'm not thinking about anything. I'm in a zone. I'm happy. I'm not thinking about bills. I'm not thinking about
Yeah.
stuff like that. I'm not
Yeah.
thinking about anything. Even when
Yeah.
I go on stage sick. I've gone on stage throwing up in a bucket while I'm playing.
Yep.
Like it happens.
Yep. Yeah.
It's until you understand what that power feels like, you'll
Yeah.
never understand it. And
Yeah.
I've told my wife, she goes, "How's the show?" I'm like, "Better than sex." She's
Right.
like, "Babe," I'm like, "I'm sorry, but that's
Right.
how it felt."
Right. Hey.
And I said, "And babe, until you walk in my shoes, you just won't know how it feels." Because I mean,
Yeah.
it's when you do that. I mean, just the pure. I think the reason why I've never been in prison, like and never in trouble or in prison or anything like that, is because of
Mhm.
being a drummer.
Yeah.
Um, I take out my aggression
Yeah.
on, and there's so much love I have in it. And it's like, you know, and even if like we have like a couple songs we play every day. And
Yeah.
I mean, we don't rehearse them because we know the songs too well.
Yeah.
A couple of the songs, and it's
Mm.
like I don't care. I mean, until that crowd up there, screw what I think.
Yeah.
They're singing along louder than me. It's like I don't care what I mean. It's the people that are singing along, like we wrote this song in this hot little Arizona studio, and these people are singing along, singing it back to us, and it's like you can't ask for a better job. You can't call it a job. It's not a
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
It's a privilege.
Yeah.
Um, the fact that I mean, and that's one thing I definitely learned after the pandemic too. I mean,
Yeah. Oh
I thought
man.
like we're done.
Yeah.
We were doing live streams. I remember we did our third live stream. Like, is this what it's like?
Yeah.
And we did a
Oh,
drive-in show, and it was the weirdest thing in my life. The drive-in show,
did you really? How was that?
weird. No pits. Everybody's in their car in Ventura. It was actually my last show before I left Pulley. That was
Mm.
my last show with them, which was just weird way. It
Mm.
was cool because I get to see people while I'm playing instead of like looking at a screen.
All right. Oh man.
But I really thought, okay, this is this it?
Yeah.
So when shows came back around for me, I said, how dare I complain that, oh, this hurts. Um,
Yeah.
I I get to do this and play music with my friends and hang out with my friends. You and
Exactly.
like you meet up with bands that are your friends with or you become friends with.
Yeah.
It's like I don't take advantage. I don't ever take this for granted. And and I'm not going to name names because it's not my place to name names, but I've seen people that are complete jerks to their fans.
Oh my gosh.
And it's like they're the reason why we do this,
Yeah.
and the fact that this is a truly a love affair. And how
It
dare
is.
you talk down to somebody? Unless I mean, even if they're being kind of punishing and they're like really drunk like that, I'll still like just kind of kindly walk away. But I'm never gonna be a jerk to somebody, unless they punch me or something. Your last song sucked.
Right.
Then I'll get offended. But
Right.
until then, I mean, it's like I don't get that mentality at all. Then you shouldn't do this. If you're
Yeah.
going to be like that, then stop doing this.
Yeah. Oh man. You ever thought about doing anything else, like any other?
I've talked, Greg from, who I'm with. I've been with Yamaha since 2009 now.
Right.
He's mentioned, I'm not saying for Yamaha specifically, but he goes, you'd be great at like doing sales for stuff that, I mean, yeah, as long as it's something I know and I love, I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind working for Paiste or working for Yamaha or anybody. Just, I
Yeah.
mean, it's as long as I get to talk about what I love to talk about,
Yep.
I'll do it. But in the meantime, I'm gonna ride this out for as long as I possibly can. I mean,
Uh,
it seems like things are getting even bigger for us, which is great. I mean, we just did South America for the first time, and we're going to
dude,
Australia.
really?
We're New Zealand for the first time. I mean, dude, Sao Paulo
Mm,
was the first. That was our first time there, and
right.
we were first of three. Is us, this amazing band from Canada called Belvedere, and then the legendary Strung Out.
Right.
And people we before we went on stage. Let's go zero.
Really?
Let's go. I'm like, whoa. And we went on stage, and I mean, that was 45 minutes of just orgasm. And they were louder than us.
Okay. Okay. That's going into my next question.
Mhm.
About fans.
Mhm.
Playing out in Europe compared to the people out in the States.
Ooh.
I think you know where I'm going with this.
Oh yeah.
How you feel about the European people compared to United States people?
It took me a while to figure this out, and I finally did in my mind. And what I figured out is that I mean I love our fans everywhere,
Yeah.
but America is very fickle. Um, the funny thing is, if you go up North Canada, they're stuck in 1995. They love their punk rock.
Right.
They love it. Um, Europe is just you play a festival and you're seeing you on paper you're like, what do these bands have in common? And on paper, no, they don't. On
Right.
paper, they
Yeah.
don't. But it works
Yeah.
because Europeans just love music. They love their diversity. They love the fact that I can go see Body Count, that I can go see Authority Zero, that I can go see this and this and that.
Yeah. Yeah.
you'll see Marilyn Manson or Papa Roach. It works. And the
Yeah.
thing why it works is because nobody's cut off on genre. Genres don't mean anything to them out there, I don't think.
Yeah.
Um, it's funny because, America, like where, you know, I, I was into punk rock before it exploded.
Right.
And now all of a sudden 1994, my senior year of high school hits, and all of a sudden punk rock's, Offspring and Green Day.
Yep.
And next thing you know, all these people are punk rockers. And then a month later, they're all of a sudden they're dressing like the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. Next year after that, they're dressing like the Cherry Papa Daddies. And all of a sudden, next thing you know, they're wearing fucking rave pants.
Right.
It's very, very fickle.
Yeah.
But I will always defend what I love, and I will always stand by with like what I love. It doesn't matter what kind of music it is. If it speaks to me, it speaks to me, and I will always
Mhm.
defend it to the day I die. I mean, I was a Kiss fan in the most horrid time to be a Kiss fan, right? The '80s, mid '80s.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were dinosaurs, but I
R-
defended them,
Yeah. Right.
and I still do to this day. It's like I mean, it's like I don't care what. I mean, I've never fallen by trends.
Yeah.
I've always just loved what I love, and I will always defend what I love to the day I die. And it's like I tell that to my son, and I mean, my son is 7 years old, and he is the most unique kid in the world. Like where I said, you listen to what you like to listen to. Now, it doesn't mean I have to like it.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
not a big fan of the K-pop stuff. He loves it to
The
death. You know what? But
K-pop stuff.
I
Yeah.
see him dancing to it. He's got no shame at all.
Right.
But then the next day, he's like, "Hey, Dad, put on Comeback Kid.
Hmm.
Hey, Dad, put on Refused."
Yeah. Oh man.
He loves that stuff. I mean, we
Wow.
just we just played Punk in the Park in San Pedro,
All right.
and I took my wife and my son with me, and my son sees the singer Comeback Kid. He goes and he calls him Andrew, and he's like, "I mean, yeah, that's him." He goes, "Please tell me you're going to play Heavy Steps tonight."
Right.
He's like, "Yeah, you know us?" He goes, "I love you guys. I made my dad sick by playing it over and over and over again." And
Wow.
they played their set. My son, I have it on video. My son's just like this on the side of the stage the whole half hour, like this.
Wow.
So we get back to where our area is, and Andrew sees Keith, and Andrew goes, "Did we do well?" He goes, "Better than my dad's band." I'm like,
Oh.
"Au contraire, mon frère." Okay.
Oh man.
And the guitar player and bass player gave him picks. Like he was
Right.
the guy. So the fact that I mean, I love that my son's diverse and doesn't is not holding accountable to one thing. He loves what he loves, and I love
Yeah. Dude, that's
that.
that's awesome, man. That's
Absolutely.
awesome. Oh man. Um going with Authority Zero.
Yes.
Which one is your favorite record that you recommend for
Ollie
people?
Ollie.
This Ollie Ollie.
Ollie Ollie Oxen Free is just it's everything that's a better band and more. That one and the first one I did, which was awesome. We did it at the Blasphemy, which is owned by Bill Stevenson of the Descendants,
Hmm.
which was a very, very. I've never experienced a recording experience like that before or after. It was a very unique experience.
Hmm.
Um, so those two records are my favorite. Broadcasting to the Nations and Ollie Ollie Oxen Free.
Okay. Okay. Where did Authority Zero get their name from?
I asked Jason that, and basically just because fans go, "Oh, AZ, Authority Zero, Arizona," and he's like, "No."
Hmm. Oh, okay. Right.
It basically just came from he wrote a song called Authority Zero,
Right.
and nobody heard it until we did an acoustic record, a live record, and he came out as an encore and did that song because it's the first song we ever wrote.
Oh,
And so they got the name from the song.
okay. Okay. Man, what's your favorite song to play live right now?
I love playing the Ollie Ollie Oxen Free song. I mean, just because
Yeah.
the fact that people, I mean, it's hard as when you have fans, they love the old stuff, the stuff that made you fall in love with them, which I totally
Yeah.
get that.
Yeah.
Black Sabbath has to play a Paranoid. Kiss
Yep.
has to play Rock and Roll All Night.
Yep.
We had to play a Revolution. I get
Mm.
that.
Yeah.
But it's like, I mean, it's different every night. I mean, there's a song that stuff that I didn't play on 1234. Very 80s chorus, the way the vocals are.
Yeah.
Like very 80s stuff. And the crowd just sings along to it. And it's like
Hey.
mesmerizing. But I mean, as far as drumming wise, Ollie Ollie Oxen free because I see people air drumming to my drum parts. And that's to me, that's the essence of my drumming is that song.
Mm.
And just
Isn't
to see
that,
that affecting and rubbing off on people is like, okay, that's
yeah.
the best.
It's that a great feeling, man?
It is.
You
It's the
know?
most amazing feeling.
Oh, that's so sick. That's so sick, man. What would you tell a young aspiring drummer, like trying to get out there and get started? What would you tell
I would say just no matter what, just follow what your dreams are, follow what your truth is. If you are deeply passionate about this and if you believe you could sustain a career in this, do it. I mean,
them?
it's nothing worse than going, what if?
Oh my gosh,
Um,
yeah.
you got to take chances. And just because it's a lot harder and it's a lot different now than it was when I started, doesn't
Hmm.
mean that it's not going to happen. I mean, there's a band, good band, like they're huge now, the Interrupters.
Mm.
They were 6 years ago, they
All
were,
right.
they were teetering, but it just takes one song. It just takes one show. It just takes one person on the social media to recommend a band and boom, you're
Hmm.
back. So always never let anybody tell you otherwise. If you do that, you're gonna let that dictate your life. You have to follow what you find true and find true to yourself.
Yeah.
And never ever second guess yourself. If you want to do this, go for it. Fall back. Okay, you tried. You gave your best effort.
Yeah.
And it's like you can I mean, all you can do is try and give it your best shot.
Hmm. Hey, man, let's talk about your endorsements because I know you're
Yeah.
endorsed with Yamaha drums,
Yep.
and Greg is mad at me, so
Is he?
he's been mad at me since 2014.
Oh my goodness gracious. He makes
Um,
fun of me. He gives me shit because I imitate him. But
oh
oh well.
really? Oh man, you're
Yes, I mean no, Greg. I'm like, of course I know Greg Crane.
right.
Yeah.
Oh man. I hope he sees this,
Oh,
so
me too. Because I can't wait for that text message right after.
right, yeah. Oh man, yeah. Pisces symbols.
Pisces Symbol's been with them since 2010.
Yeah, and
I've been with the Korean Drumheads now since 2018.
right.
I was it was weird. That was the hardest endorsement for me to get was Drumheads. Um,
Really?
I talked to somebody at Evans and then I got ghosted. And then I
Mhm.
talked to somebody at Remo and
Mhm.
then they left. And
Oh.
then a good buddy of mine, his name is AJ, and he plays drums for Guttermouth. He's been with a ton of bands. He actually replaced me in Voodoo Glow Skulls, and so him and I are really tight. And he got the Aquarian deal, and he goes, "I'll introduce you." And so I sent a message to his name is Chris Brady,
Hmm.
hell of a nice guy. He
Yes,
goes,
he
"Well,
is.
we're not doing endorsements right now." I said, "Okay, I understand." And I circled back 2 months later, and I sent him an email again, and I said, "Well, I'm with Yamaha." And he called Greg. And
Oh.
Greg goes, he's the real deal. And so I got the endorsement deal with the Aquarian. And what the thing is, I was very on the fence at first because back in the day when I worked at Guitar Center, the only heads they had were
Oh my gosh.
they had the high energy snare head,
Yep.
sounded good. They had the Studio X and the Performance twos.
Yep.
And the thing was, I've always loved their kick drums. The
Yeah.
Performance twos were so thick, you got no,
Yeah.
and that's good. I love durability, but also I
Right.
need sound. Um, so when I went to Aquarian, I fell in love because I there was these Tom has called Force Tens.
Hmm.
They're versions of Coded Emperors.
Right.
Fantastic sounding heads. They sound great, easy to tune. And then the snare head I fell in love with was the triple threat. It's the triple ply snare head.
Mm.
It doesn't sound like a triple ply.
Yeah, it doesn't. It
It
doesn't.
sounds awesome and it's
Yeah.
freaking durable.
Right.
And so I'm like, okay. And so, the funny thing was when we recorded Ollie, I brought my accordion heads, and Cameron Webb, who I'm sure you know, who's done Pennywise, Ignite. He did the last 5 Motorhead records. He's the man.
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh, I was hoping you're going to bring Remos. I've always used it." I said, "Well, try these."
Yeah.
He goes, "Well, my drum tech's going to be here to tune," and it was Mike Fasano, who's amazing.
Hmm.
And Cameron goes, "Dude, they sound good." I'm like, "Yes."
I know.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I've been with them. I've been with Aquarium ever since, and I love them. And then I've
Hmm.
been with Sleeve Washers. Are you familiar with them?
No. What is that?
So his name is Jeff Newman, and he basically is a he's drum tech extraordinaire. I've known him for many, many years, and his main job is basically managing Descendants.
Okay. Okay.
He just got off tour drum teching for Lagwagon too, so he's all over the
Mm.
place. He drum techs. He's tech for NoFX, Pennywise, everybody. So he
Mm.
came up with these like washers, these sleeve washers that are a little bit thicker. You put them in your tension rods, and it helps keep them in tune, like they don't detune.
Really?
Yeah, they're fantastic. I'll send a text to you and let you meet Jeff, and I'm sure
Yeah.
he'd love to have you.
Yeah. No, no, no,
Um,
no. That's interesting to know. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So that's man, detuning, man, is sucks. You know, so
I know it's horrible, especially when you get that new head on there, and it's like
yeah.
just it's like, oh, come on.
Right. Like especially out of your snare, is this like you just hear it just dropping in pitch. It's like,
Yep. I'm like that ghost note was not as easy as the last
oh,
one.
right. Yeah. Yeah. Go, 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 go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean they're I mean they're that was a hidden gem that I was like very, very proud to get on early on in my career with them.
Right. Oh wow, man. Yeah, I didn't know that. Well, so why Pisces symbol? So why'd you pick Pisces?
Peisty is, I mean, well, that's weird. I mean, my two earliest influences as a drummer was Eric Carr and Nico, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
that right there just tells you right there. I mean,
Yeah.
John Bonham. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't think Neil ever used him. He went from Zildjian to Sabian.
Yeah,
So,
he did. Yeah.
um, but I just had this like love. I loved it, and so when I joined Voodoo, um. Because I joined Voodoo on a whim. I
Mm.
literally was like learning their songs flying on a plane to Detroit.
Mm.
Because their drummer like just didn't work out. And so he was being sent home, and I'm flying out there to start it. They're in the middle of a tour, and so Jerry was endorsed by Peisty, and so and Jerry and I were friends, even though I took his job.
Right. Oh man.
um, and we're still friends to this day. I mean, he's a
That's
great
cool.
guy.
That's cool.
But he was with Peisty, and so I said, "Can you give me an introduction?" And so I did, and I've been with them ever since. And the cool thing about now is that they've had this guy for the last few years. His name is Javier.
Oh,
Fantastic
yes, he
guy.
is.
Um,
Yeah.
and the thing was, like, he recommends stuff to me. He will give me recommendations, like, "Okay, so I mean, what's going on here? Why aren't you stoked on this symbol?" I said, "Well, I'm looking kind of more for dark sound or this, like," and he'll know exactly what I'm talking about, and he knows how I play.
Hmm.
And that's why I love staying with them because it's constant communication. I don't have to, you know, wait forever. And plus they're 20 minutes away. They're in Brea.
Right.
So I've it's been a fantastic relationship with them ever since. And the fact that they support me and I don't take advantage of my relationship with them too.
Yeah.
It's and I think that's a very important thing is you never take advantage of a relationship that you're granted.
Yeah. And I was just gonna say, like on your last record, man, it's like I love your ride cymbal. That
That so that
bell, that bell sounds so good.
that was when I first got my Peisty endorsement, I went to Peisty and I had looked through the catalog of what I wanted.
Yeah.
And that symbol was not in the catalog. I just saw
Oh.
it. So it's a Peisty Rude Eclipse. It's a 24-inch mega bell. And I'm like, yeah, I want that. Because I love hearing it from the edge all the way to the bell. It
Yeah.
sounds fantastic all the way through. I to this day, and I've had the same symbol. I've never lost it, and since
Mm.
2010. It's never gonna break. The thing's gonna be
Right.
buried.
Yeah. It's not gonna break.
It's gonna be buried with me,
Right.
or melted, whatever it is.
Right.
So to this day, when we're doing sound checks and they're doing, okay, bright symbol, I'm like, dun, dun, dun. And I always like start at the edge.
Yeah, the bow. Yeah.
I still get, yeah, that wash to the bell. And the thing is, I love about that cymbal too is it's not no matter how big it is, it doesn't overly resonate too.
Right.
It's there to make impact, and that's it. I mean, it's got the same way I feel about a China cymbal. It's there
Yeah.
for accents. Goodbye,
Right.
quick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Out of the way. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. That's what I liked about your ride symbol. I'm like, what is that? Like,
yeah,
what ride symbol is that? And I was like, I don't remember hearing a Pisces sounding like that. You know,
yeah.
like
That's what I tried it at Pisces. I'm like, I want that because I've never heard anything sound like that.
right.
And it's to this day I still will stand by this one. And I love just seeing people's reaction, like, what the fuck is that thing? Like, well, here we are.
Right. Oh man.
So, yeah, that's to this day.
Man, so is there anything like it right now
Nope.
that Pisces does, or is that really like yours?
No, they have it. I mean, it's there, but it's, I mean, I will never, even if like Pisces folded and I got endorsed, I'm like, I'm not going to use your ride. That right.
Right. I'm using this one,
I'm using this one too. Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Dude,
Just because I never heard a sound like that before or since, and I never
right.
will. So
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. Okay, so what about Yamaha?
So Yamaha, I mean, when I first joined Yamaha, Greg asked me to be part of this series. They were launching a new thing. It's supposed to be like the next, like a above a stage custom, and he wanted me
Right.
to be a part of this series to try it out.
Mhm.
And then, I think what happened was I think the higher ups there, the above Greg saw how much I promoted it and how much I showed my interest in the company. That's
Right.
when I got the deal. Uh,
Mm.
and the thing is, I think Greg appreciates it too, is I don't take advantage of it. So I need a new kid out here, but I also need a kid out here. The only thing I try to always just do is like I try to keep my hardware, especially is because I mean that goes through the most wear and tear on a
Yeah.
daily.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and I think I mean, I love their hardware. I think it's fantastic. It's not, I love DW, but DW, there's just so many knick-knack paddywhacks. It's like, and I love it. I love how durable it is. But also at the same
Yeah.
time, there's so many things on there that sometimes make it hard for me to
Right.
work out things. Where Yamaha, it's just got exactly enough things.
Right.
They actually make a drum phone that's perfect for my whatever my butt is.
Yeah. Right.
And their new pedals are fantastic.
Oh no, they feel good.
They feel
They feel good.
great. And I
They
mean,
feel good.
I was one of the people I was invited to the Yamaha place in Los Angeles to try them out for the prototypes.
Dag.
And you know what the best thing was?
What's
It
that?
was me, a couple other people I didn't know, and then Bobby Blotzer from Rat.
No, really?
Yeah, and the coolest thing was we ended up having a big jam session, like this big, like doing it's like those, like everybody does a solo. And what
Yeah.
freaked him out, because I don't think he realized, because I'm mentally I'm like 12 years old.
Right.
So I have a very young loud look, but I'm old. I'm
Yeah.
48.
Right.
But I think I was 36 at the time, and we were doing these things. I went "Ticka, ticka, ticka, da." I did the "You Think You're Tough" beat. He goes,
Oh.
"Mike,
Oh.
for you." Um, that was a
Oh.
big awesome thing. So I mean,
Oh.
I love. I've been a huge fan of the Oak,
Yeah.
the Elite,
Mm.
which Jamie uses as well.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
And so I mean, I think I mean the fact that I got Eric, I got Jamie, I got Eric also from NoFX into the whole thing.
Mm.
And that, I mean that shows I think the amazing sound that Yamaha has. And I just it's been great. And like I said, I've known Greg since I was 11 years old.
Yeah.
So,
Oh man, that's
um,
awesome, man.
and I
I
mean, like I
love
said,
Greg.
he knows, I'm a fan. I still
Yeah.
love what I love, and I mean, I'm not doing this for the paycheck or whatever it is. I do this because I love it, and
Yeah.
I think it shows.
Yeah. Dag, man. Do you get into like any recording at home, or I mean, do you use any like dolls or anything like that,
No,
or microphones?
so the microphones I used I mean, I fell in love with what Cameron Webb has, and I think they're the ATM 25s are what he uses for the toms.
Hmm.
I love the fact that sometimes, I mean, sometimes it just, I mean, still gets that sound. I love this SM57s for the snares.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and then the kick he used, I think it's a Sony. Um, it's a C500, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it?
Um, I remember it was a Sony, but I
It's
remember
not.
I saying C500. I think that's what it was.
It's not square, is it?
Yes.
It is.
Mhm.
I think I know what mic you're talking about. Okay, for the
And
kick drum.
I love the way that my kick sounds on that record, especially.
All right.
I mean, I haven't had the opportunity to, do that as far as, use my own mics for touring.
Yeah.
But I always like to mention that to people, like, well, what mics are you f fond of?
Hmm.
So, I mean, I just like, and we just did this show in, Canada, and I fell in love with these overhead mics. They're, for our company, they're called 414s.
Mm.
Oh,
Oh,
great sounding overhead mics.
yes. Yeah.
Fantastic. So I mean,
Yeah.
if I had that time of like where I have a tech, and I could actually get my own mics and all that stuff, those are the ones I would go for.
Yeah. Four,
Uh,
man, you can't go wrong with those at
yeah,
all.
absolutely.
Those things sound amazing.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Oh man. Um, yeah, of course you guys got, record labels and stuff like that. Who you guys signed with?
Nobody. We've been self-releasing our records now since 2018.
Really?
Yeah, we have companies in other countries. So Europe, we're with S-Band Records, which is a
Okay.
fantastic label. The guy Stefan is a, huge, just loves the scene.
Hmm.
He takes care of his artists. He has two fests a year. Fest Fest. We're doing it next April. And
Hmm.
he just knows how to treat his artists. He always will give us updates. We don't have to ask anything.
All right.
Um, we've been with this label in Japan now, Caffeine Bomb Records. And their biggest band, their biggest band is the biggest band in Japan. They're called Hey Smith. If you
Okay.
ever watching that drummer, and I've done this to you once at that show, because when you do something really cool, I do this always, and I mean, everybody, I'm like, why'd you do that? I said, oh, it means I love you. Like, oh, you did something. I forgot what song it was, but you did something. I went,
Oh yeah.
and it was a fill you did. You were mixing double bass, and you were doing a fill over my. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, fuck you.
Right.
This his name is Tasuku.
Oh
Um,
man.
and
Okay.
the thing about him is like he's like not even breaking a sweat. He's like dancing.
Right. Right.
And I was like going, I was like, dude, fuck you. Like,
Right.
but they take care of us. And the thing was about Japan, about that label in Japan, is that they want us to only go out there when we're supporting something new, because they want to push the record, because they still
Yeah.
sell records there.
Yeah.
There's still a Tower of Records there.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, it is. It is.
it,
That's
people buy CDs.
that's where I got these at in
See,
Japan. I got them in
that's it.
Japan. Yeah.
And so I love that. And so those are our two lists. I mean, for Authorities, though, we've done the last few records ourselves in America, at least. And we have Canadian labels that back us, and they um distribute,
Right.
but we own the rights to our songs. And
Hmm.
we now, I mean, it's cool. We've gotten the rights to all of our old albums too. The ones pre-me, which were never made on vinyl. So we made vinyl for, Black Friday last year, and it was
Yeah.
people were freaking out because,
Hmm.
oh, I never owned it on vinyl. So
Right. Oh, right.
I
Oh,
mean,
man.
I've been on a couple of labels, and I mean, there's ones that are great, and there's ones that are like, oh God, where's our money?
Right. Oh,
Where's the
man.
money, Lebowski?
Right. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah, not fun.
No, it's not.
No,
No, it's not. I'm glad I don't have any of that to worry about, because it's really ice, so yeah, so I ain't got to worry about that right now,
exactly.
so you go deal with
You
that.
do you, boo boo.
It's all you, man,
And especially
so
after hearing all those, like, those things that major labels started doing with the 360 deals, and like, dude, you're taking now kind of the merch, and it's like, dude, no.
Mm,
It's, I mean, it's, I as far as back as I remember, it's just going back to the 50s. I mean, it's like Tommy James and the Shondells. Tommy James just got his money from all his
mhm.
what, Money Money, Hanky Panky, Crimson and Clover, Crystal Blues Persuasion. He
Mm.
was on a label that was owned by a mobster
Oh,
and never got a dime until 5 years ago.
wow.
Same with Sly Stone, God rest his
Yeah.
soul. Another guy we
Yeah.
lost here was he just
Oh,
got
oh,
his money. The guy was almost homeless for in the 90s. He was homeless.
wow.
And it's like, I mean, it's in the fact that he finally got his money. Oh, thanks for giving it to me now when I'm 77.
Right. Wow, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's like
Absolutely crazy.
it's always, I think there's only been the only time I've ever seen bands really making decent money was that tight little window of like the 90s
Hmm.
when people actually started getting lawyers and
Yeah.
being smart. And then also
Mm.
then streaming came along.
Yeah.
Thank you, Spotify. Cheers.
Right. Thanks, man. Thanks. Man, I'm about to wrap things
Yeah,
up a little bit and wanted to see if you had any questions for me if you did.
I do.
Okay, what you got, man?
So I basically, like I said, I've long time been a friend of you, and I don't think we've ever actually, we see each other in social situations, and it's very hard to have a conversation like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I will say this right now. I remember texting you about this when you guys premiered your version of Institutionalized.
Oh.
Now, what I wanted to ask you about is that you did not try, I mean, you kept the essence there,
Hmm.
but you also added Will Dorsey Jr. The thing was, is like, I mean, I had to ask because I mean, I've heard you guys' version of Rain and Blood, and I've heard what you've done with Institutionalized. Is
Yeah.
that you've always made it your flavor about it. You've always put your stamp on it.
Yeah.
Was that did somebody bring that out in you, or were you timid on doing it, or did you just say fuck it, I'm gonna do me? Because I'm curious, because I mean, like I said, you kept the essence there, but you added your stamp on it. And there are some people I know that will go, no, 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 no.
Yeah. Um,
Lombardo's close as Lombardo as possible.
man, let's talk about that song,
Yeah,
Rain and Blood. So me and the producer Will Putney, and we both knew that this is a very important drum song.
Barry. It,
And
it it set the tone for that time and
it it
that style.
yeah, for that style. And I'm not a metal drummer like that. I'm not. I don't play double bass like that.
Mhm.
Um, and me and him were so particular about that song. We were going in between the real version and then watching Dave play it live.
Oh yeah.
And
There's
so,
there's tiny nuances that he does different live.
right.
Yeah.
So I was like, I said, can I try to put in both? And I said, yeah, but the beginning part has to be like the record. I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, yeah, that's totally fine. But I was like, I hear some stuff that he does live. Can I do that? And I mean, yeah, that's very. I had to, I'm trying to put in two worlds and then put in my world in it as well. And especially some of the fills that's in Rain and Blood. Going with Institutionalized. Um, I think at that time I was really the only one that actually really knew the song.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
Um,
that's new.
so I was just kind of playing it by myself. Um,
Okay.
and we kind of pieced that song together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just laid down drums. Um, and really Will Putney was, um, put that together because I'm okay, there's different types of punk beats that are out there. It's like some was like four on the floor, and some of it's not. Some of it's just, like
Well, institutionalized that opening. I'm not the opening, but I mean I don't. It's hard to say what the verses and the chorus are of that song. The
Right.
verse, I
Yeah.
mean, in my mind, the verses are the talking part.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so that one is like I think what you brought to that song that wasn't on the original is that there is a groove on there, uh, a soul to it that doesn't. It's very. I mean, I love the original, but it's also
Yeah.
very.
Straight. It's very straight.
And so, that's why. I mean, I when I told you I knew you were gonna like love the fact that I love like Tony Thompson,
Yeah.
and
Man,
that's what I heard. That's right. I heard that coming out of you a little bit.
dude, dude, that dude was a big inspiration. He experienced, like for me, that was a big inspiration on me. Like even before he became in Power Station when he was in Chic,
Yep. She.
and I was listening to all his fills on that, and that's part of my, with the Kiss thing because there's a picture that of me and my brother and me, maybe 10. I was going to be the Ace Frehley, right? Um, there's a picture onto my left. There's three records that are sitting on the left in which my parents didn't um take the pictures of. And you can see that the sheet record is there with Freak Out on it.
Yeah.
There's a Bee Gees record that's right next to that. And then Ace Frehley's solo record was right next to it. Really, all three of those, like I was listening to those three albums to death when I was at that time.
Yeah.
I was 6 or 7, you know. But yeah, I was just trying to get that those styles down.
Yeah.
Um, but of course, Kiss came out on top, and I wanted to play rock music, you know. So
I mean, also sidebar real quick. I don't know if you saw this, but the day Ace passed away, of all like I saw like the people, obvious people, Tom Morello, Slash, all these people giving their flowers. The one guy, I was kind of shocked because I never heard any like any collaborations or talks between the bands. Nile Rodgers gave huge flowers to Ace Frehley.
yes,
That was a beautiful thing. And the fact that
yes,
you would
oh
not think that those bands like I didn't know that I don't know if they play shows or anything like that, but now Roger says Ace was rock and roll, and he gave flowers, and I think that was like one of the most beautiful things I saw. That one stood out to me. It's like
yeah,
that was awesome. But like
that,
I love the fact that I mean you have that wherewithal to like, okay, I'm gonna put me into the song. And I love the fact, especially on institutionalized, the verses are just what makes that song stand out to me as a drummer. Because it's not
yeah,
about it sounds so close, but there's a grooves in there that you do that I didn't hear on the original.
mm,
And I love that you added your own little stamp on that.
hey, thank you, man. Appreciate that. That's
And the fact that like I said, we've been friends for a long time, and I've always just loved you as a drummer. I mean, I mean, first off as a person, but I mean as a
right.
drummer, I loved what you have brought to Body Count, and I love what you bring to when you sit on those drums.
Damn, thank you, man. I
Yeah,
man, I really appreciate that, man.
it's the truth. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, I mean, I love the fact that we are, I mean, I know you're born in Maryland, but we are a couple of Inland Empire kids doing well. The
Yes.
fact that we get to do this, you have a damn Grammy,
Oh,
you have a family, I have a family. It's like, dude,
yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
here we are.
Here we are. Here we are, man.
And it's like, I mean, just like a text message here and there. Like I said, when I first saw his Tuchel, I was like, Will, holy you. And then Ice T's comedic timing on that song is
Yeah, man.
amazing.
I couldn't stop laughing when the first time I heard his lyrics finally. When he came, like, here's a rough mix, like, all right, cool. Go in the car. I'm laughing,
Oh yeah.
like laughing my ass off, just listening to this. I'm like, oh my, oh wow.
It was so perfect for the time.
Yeah,
Playing Xbox and then
yeah,
the kid about I'm a vegan and all that stuff. It's
right.
like,
Yeah.
how much blood is in the human body? I'm like, it's like, well, all bets are off now.
Oh, man. Chris.
So I mean, like I said, I mean,
Uh,
it's been like I said, I'm just love to see my friends do
yeah,
well, what they love to do, and like the fact that you're
man.
doing it too, and we get to do this. This is
Man,
a
yes,
privilege.
sir. Yes, sir.
I
Chris,
get to be part of your podcast.
yeah, I want to thank you. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much for doing this with me.
It's been my pleasure, dude.
It,
I knew it was gonna be fun.
it's a pleasure for me, and I'm glad we got into this Kiss thing. So like, dude,
It was
thank
meant
you,
to be
man.
around this time.
Yes,
It
yes,
was meant to be around this time. So
yeah.
yes, I'm stoked.
Oh man, oh, beautiful, man, beautiful.
Likewise, man.
Oh
I love it.
I will be talking to you soon.
Absolutely.
And yeah, this we'll keep on talking, dude. All right.
Absolutely. Thank you again. Thank you for having me on. It was a real privilege for you for you asking me. I appreciate that.
Oh man, you're so welcome, man. Chris, everybody, Chris Dalley, Daly.
Ellie, Dilly Dally from the alley. Who's your Dally?
I'm gonna keep on messing that up, man. I'm sorry.
That's fine. You're
Dude.
allowed.
Oh man, I'm sorry. All right, Chris, take it
Later,
easy,
brother.
man. All right, man.
Great.
Later. Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Will Dorsey Jr. of Talk Music Podcast. If you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button, that little red button on there. Just hit it. That will help me out tremendously. If you can also, subscribe to our YouTube channel, that will also help me. And if you wanted to download our podcast on Apple or Google or Amazon or even Spotify, you can check us out on there. Hope you guys enjoy the show.
Today's episode is brought to you by our sponsor, E-Record Studio, the new way musicians rehearse, record, and share their E-Record sessions on social media. Visit ERS on erecordstudio.com. Download this amazing app on Google and Apple Apps stores.
Visit us on www.talkmusicpodcast.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Download our podcast on Apple, Google, Amazon, and Spotify.